Yo, quick question before we dive. Are you ready for a high-energy, opinion-forward script about ElevenLabs' 1 Million Voices initiative at South by Southwest 2026, with me unpacking the tech, ethics, and impact like we're riffing live on a panel? If yes, here's the plan I'm planning to pull off in the final video. I'll start with a hook that teases the bold promise, restoring millions of voices with AI, and then pivot into a personal read on why this matters beyond the buzz. I'll interweave hot takes about accessibility, consent, and the potential for good to outweigh the hype, so viewers don't just hear a tech pitch but feel the stakes. I'll also poke at the tension around deepfakes and copyright, because that tension is where the real conversation lives. From there, we'll unpack core ideas with a creator's lens, what the 1 Million Voices initiative actually does, voice cloning to restore lost voices, who's involved, Eric Dane's widow Rebecca Gayheart Dane, the team at ElevenLabs, nonprofits like the Scott Morgan Foundation, and how it's implemented voicemails or short videos to recreate a person's voice for real-time use. I'll translate each idea into implications for viewers, patients, caregivers, developers, and policy watchers. First idea, identity amplified by tech. I'll explain the tech in plain terms, then argue why voice is a core piece of personhood, how losing it changes family dynamics, and how giving someone back a voice can reshape dignity and autonomy. Expect 3 layers of commentary, practical, emotional, and societal, with examples that make the stakes vivid. Second idea, accessibility as a design principle. I'll highlight partnerships with disability foundations and the role of nonprofits. Then I'll push my view on how big AI projects can scale responsibly, how open access to life-changing tools could set a new standard, and what communities should demand from builders. Third idea, risk, control, and ethics. I'll lay out the concerns around misrepresentation, consent, and licensing, then offer a nuanced take. Not every use should be allowed, but selective, well-governed access could unlock enormous good. I'll propose a framework viewers can apply when they evaluate AI solutions in any field. Deeper insight, a pattern I'm watching: techies often hype potential while underplaying long-term social risks. What this really suggests is that accessibility breakthroughs come with a moral homework assignment: whoever controls the tech also owns the guardrails. If you take a step back, you can see a broader trend. Humanity using AI to restore voices mirrors a larger shift toward tech-enabled empathy, but it also demands accountability from creators and platforms. Closing thought: the voice is just the starting point. If we can guardrails guard our way to more inclusive tech, we might not only restore voices but reshape how we listen to each other in a noisy digital world. Here's a quick question for you: should there be global standards for AI voice cloning when it intersects with health, memory, and identity? Drop your take in the comments and tell me which angle you want me to dive deeper into in the next video.